Alright, we're going to show you how to use the grandfather clock inventory today. If you open up your Pronto forms and you go into your grandfather clock inventory form, it'll open the main page here, and you're just going to click in the top here. You're just going to pretty much answer all the questions. Make a clock, popular one is Howard Miller, so we're just going to put that in there for an example. Approximate age, let's say 10 years. It's going to ask you a couple questions. White gloves used, was it running when you got there, or did it restart successfully, and was the beat even? So you're going to answer them. Bottom right, you're going to hit your next. It's going to ask you a couple questions as far as the weight positioning. If everything's in good order, then it should all pretty much be centered. And then bottom right will take you to the next page again. And you're just going to keep going through these pages and answering the questions the best you can. Was there any issues with the left weight? Here's pretty much these prints, tarnish, dents, and scratches. These are the main ones that you usually see. That's why we selected these. If there's anything else that you'd like to add later on, there is a comment section that we're going to get to. I'm just going to put in a couple various ones here. Was the weight cable kinked? Pendulum wobbling when it's swinging? So, and then if any of these are in good shape, like pendulum condition, if there's nothing wrong with that, you do not have to click anything in there. Clock face, nothing wrong with it, don't click anything in there. I'm just putting things on here as an example. Are the clock hands bent? You can answer that one, no. Chime rods, are they in good condition? Nothing wrong with them. When you're finished, again, bottom right, next, we'll take you to the next page. Are all the chiming operations working? All the notes operating properly? If so, how do they sound? Do they sound, correct? As you see, correct, flat, fast, slow, uneven, soft. You can answer all those. All the tunes operating. If it has a chime silent mode, is it working properly? Does the hour hand correspond with time indicated on the clock? Hour strike again, does it sound properly? And then the strike, do they have a silent mode, and is it working? And then also, do the clock correspond with the first, second, third quarter chiming? And then at the bottom right again, you're going to hit next. It's going to ask you about the packing of the clock. Was it firmly secured inside the case? Are there any finials? Are they packed in parts boxes? It's going to ask you how many finials. Most of the time it's one, so I'm just going to use one. Door keys, work door and face clock correctly? Are they packed in a parts box? Winding key, packed in the parts box. Then it's going to ask you for your pendulum, whether you packed it inside the crate. If you're crating the clock, put it inside the clock, or if you packed it separately. I think majority of the people usually put it inside the clock, so I'm going to use that. How many weights? If you went back, we did inventory on 3 weights, so we got 3 weights packed in the clock. Approximate date, last oiling and cleaning. That's something you're going to have to ask the shipper, and they might say 5 years ago. So you can just write that in there. And then if it's an antique clock, did you remove the mechanism and pack it separately in a 4.0? And then bottom right, it's going to take you to your next page, which is going to be your comments page. If there's anything additional you want to write in here, let's see, clock body scratched on the right side. So anything that you could think of, anything additional you want to write about the weights, anything at all, feel free to put it in there. It's only going to benefit yourself. And then when you're finished there, bottom right again, it's going to take you to the picture page where you can take a picture of the clock, any damages that you saw on the clock. So if you click in there, you can choose whether or not you want to take them from your photo album or your camera. I'm going to snap it from the camera. And then once you take a picture, you pick the bottom right hand corner. If you like the way it came out, you just click to use. And then you'll see right underneath that picture, you can tap that slot in order to take another photo. So if you tap on there, it's going to ask you again if you want to take a photo. You can fit up to 10 images in each one of these slots. So, and then once you fill that up, there's another set down here. You can do 10 more in there. And then when you're done with your pictures, bottom right, next again, and it's going to take you to your MSS information screen where you have your shipper sign off. So I'm using U1 as a test number. It's origin. The date's automatically filled in for you. You're going to do your signature. Transferee name, going to fill that in. Email. And then you're obviously going to get the shipper signature. And once you're all finished, just going to hit send and you are all set.